Welcome back to Tome Travelers. I am, excuse me, re-recording this. I do apologize. Yeah. I had this prepared before April, and I was going to edit on my old ass laptop, and it didn't work. Something happened to the file. Ugh. So I'm actually recording this on my new phone that I got on Thursday, and I'm going to hopefully be able to edit this on here and then just throw it to YouTube. I don't know if I'll have my usual intro outro, so if not, I apologize. But this, as you can see, are Little Among Us guys. This one is my guy. This is a new TBR game. I already made my selections and everything. I can't replay the game. I can just tell you how I'm going to play it. And then in May, we'll get into some action. I use spinners on my tablet to pick if I'm going to be the imposter or the crewmate. If I am a crewmate, everybody in here, I go in here, like if I also have a spinner to pick who I'm going to go see. I normally get, I pick 5 because I can normally read 5 to 6 books in a month. If I do better than that, then that's kudos for me. So, I use a spinner and I pick 5 different colors, and they usually have, which I'll show you, are things like this that they sit under. These are the prompts. Green does not want to stay. And green is always sus whenever I play, So, I go there, and if I finish those books, for each book that I finish, I do have little suspect cards. I pull one suspect, if I know I'm going to be the crewmate, I pull one suspect card out. There are 3 colors that are automatically taken out. And if I was the crewmate, yellow would not be in there. Blue would not be in there. And of course, my guy wouldn't be in there. And so I try to figure out who it is. The 2 times that I've actually played crewmate, because I tested this January, February, and March, and now I'm presenting it to you, green has always been the suspect. So that's pretty funny. As the imposter, which this month I am the imposter, I get to kill 5 of these. And for every one that I kill, so the prompt that has whatever prompt I finish for that color, I get to kill this guy, open him up, and there is a little task that I have to do next month. This little task can replace whatever prompt that comes up next time I play. So it could go, I could use the prompt and the task together, or I could replace the prompt if I don't like it with the task. But I have to do these tasks. I'd also like to mention that the ideas for this game came from Pucks and Paperbacks, who also got it off of, I don't know that person's name, but I will redirect you to the person that they got it from, which was a blog. They're an originator in some respects, but I got the idea. Also with the hidden little tasks, I got that off of Spoopy Hall, who does tricks and treats within her books. So I will direct you to her channel, and you can watch her TBR pin the tail on the cart, which is really fun to watch. So with that said, I did look for TBR games that had Among Us, and I found one where they went to play Among Us, and now they asked for book recommendations. The other one that I found was they played where there was 2 imposters, and whatever colors they were, they coincided. Like, if you saw somebody do the M&M's, pick my TBR, they pick 2 and coincides with whatever prompt. Like, they pick blue and then yellow, and that's the prompt. If you hear any noise in the background, I apologize. Like, It's not for another hour, but you may hear the cuckoo clock at the half-hour point and the hour. So I apologize if it takes that long to explain. So I get to do that. But if I don't, and here's the thing with either one of them, if I don't finish the books under crewmate, or even if I do, and I guessed the wrong one, well, whoever was the imposter, say I guessed dark blue and it was really light pink, I have to switch out my guy and become this color. That's a punishment, because my favorite color is pink and I always want to be pink. As for the imposter, if I don't finish the prompts, well, whatever prompt that I didn't finish for whatever color, then I say I didn't finish for dark blue. Well, then he kills me, opens me up. I still have to do the task within myself, and then I become dark blue for the next round. Also, for both crewmate and imposter, if I read any extra books, well, as for crewmate, I get an extra suspect, which brings me closer to who is the imposter. As the imposter, I get to pick whatever color and kill them, so to speak. So that's how that's going to work out. I would really love to show it to you, but I'm going to have to wait till next month. I am so sorry. I apologize. I do apologize that this is a little farther away, but I wanted to get everybody in here so you could see. This is a new phone, so I'm not sure how to zoom it. And if I did zoom it, how much would you see or not see? And, of course, police cars go by right now. I apologize for the noise. So, I spun, and I'm the imposter. And the ones that I get to go kill, and let me do this in order, and I will show you the books, is green. And for green, the prompt was, I don't know how close that is and how bad I'm doing this, a novella. So, for my novella pick, I should bring the books over here. There we go. I picked Exit Strategy by Martha Wells. The fourth in the series of the Murderbot Diaries. I'm really thrilled to continue with this series. The next one will not be a novella. It's actually a book, the fifth one. But I started this already. I am only on page 36, and I'm already very interested in what's going on. I'm like, oh dear, here we go. If you haven't read the Murderbot Diaries, or you're new to sci-fi, I definitely suggest this because A, it is a novella. It really packs a punch, even though it's a short book. And it's just fun. It is fun sci-fi. You don't have to get in depth with it. I do like sci-fi, but I don't think I'm the biggest person in sci-fi, but I do love sci-fi. I think my biggest genre love is fantasy. But I do love sci-fi. So next, the spinner spun the color white. So for that, the prompt was a YA book. And this is backwards, and I apologize. So, a YA book. What did I pick for that? Oh, I know what I picked for that. I've been putting it off way too long. In the Study with the Wrench by Diana Peterfreund. It's the second in a trilogy, the Clue Mystery trilogy, and I have been meaning to get back to it, so I am behind. I read the first book, I think a year or two ago. I don't even remember. I do remember what happened. But it's interesting because I'm actually using the clue board. A very brand new clue board. It's not like the one that I had when I was a kid. But this is how I don't have the map of the Skeld, and I don't know how to do that. But this works fine. It's basically, Among Us is kind of basically like Clue in some respects. You're just talking about, like, well, who did it? Totally reminds me of the movie. So the third one, what the spinner spun was brown. Here we go. Show you a close up. There's brown. I didn't show you white. Who was the first one? Oh, green. Green's always doing something. Green. Yeah, you can change these things too, what's on top of their head. And there's more out there. Made by... You can find this on Amazon, but it's made by these people. Fantazone. Fatty Zone. I really like how these things are made. You can change the innards too. They're different colors inside. The bones and everything. So for brown, it was book published in May. Well, I picked a little bit of a big one, but I've been wanting to read this for a while. I believe it's contemporary. Parachutes. Oh, the glare. I'm sorry. Parachutes by Kelly Yang. So this is about, they're called parachutes. Teenagers dropped off to study in the United States while their wealthy parents remained in Asia. Claire never thought she'd be one. Danny never thought she'd have to live with one. Their lives are about to change forever. Now, there are trigger warnings in here. I think of assault. I'm not sure. But I know this is not what it looks like. It's very different than what it looks like. I do know, I believe it's contemporary. I don't know if it's young adult. It might be. But there's some things that happen, I think, between one of the teachers and one of those girls. So that's all I know. And that was that. Okay. Oh, because of that, what happened was, it was, excuse my little thumb, this is what it originally was when I picked brown. It says a book scavenger hunt. Pick 3 prompts and then pick a book from one of those prompts. And that's where I got book published in May. Parachutes was published in May of 2020, I believe. But it definitely was May. I looked it up. So, the next was, I call this one teal. You can say it's whatever. So, because of that, the prompt for teal was a book 300 pages or under. Now, I need this. This and parachutes are on one of my things on Storygraph challenges, and I think it was a TBR randomizer or whatever, so I randomized my long list of books I need to read. And so parachutes came up, and then This Is Not the Jess Show by Carey. So I need 3, there's 3 books I wanted to get on my list. I got 2 of them. I'll let you know what the 6th book is. So this is a book under 300 pages. If you don't count the acknowledgments. It's technically 298. I'm not reading acknowledgments, so if you want to know what this is about, it's basically like The Truman Show. It's 1998, and like any other teenager, Jess Flynn is just trying to get through her junior year without drama. But drama seems to keep finding her. Oh my god, 1998. I was the same age as this girl in 1998. I was a junior in high school in 1998, because I graduated high school in 99. Well, that just tells you how old I am. So what happens is, something falls out of somewhere. And then one day, a tiny, sleek, black device with an Apple logo on it falls out of her best friend's backpack and lands at Jess's feet. But the first iPhone won't exist for another 9 years. So, again, I think it's almost like The Truman Show is from what I hear. There's actually a second book that has either come out or is coming out this year. I know it's on my wish list. Either under my... I have 2 different wish lists. Ones that are books that are already out and I want. Books that I'm waiting to see when they release so I can go and see if I want to get it right off the bat. But that is another book. So the last book, the last thing that the spinner spun of what color was dark blue. I was so happy to get, most of these are small books, Parachutes is longer, and this little dude, I'm going to kill him, for sure. For sure. Because a book, 500 pages or more. I don't know if I showed you the previous prompt, but a book, 500 pages or more. So I just got this book. I've heard about this book. I've heard about people talking about the sequel and then the third book. I think it's a trilogy. I'm not really sure, but this is a chunky book. It is 628 pages. I went big or go home. Malice. John Gwynne, the first book in the series. I just started it today, so I'm only on page 19. So I'm going to start with chapter 2, Veritas. That's where I'm at. But I decided, this sounds interesting. I want to read it, and it sounded different. And I wanted another fantasy. I'm finding that I like fantasies and epic fantasies. So I really can't wait for this month, mid-month, to get, I believe it's Fevered Star by Rebecca Roanhorse, the second book in her whatever trilogy of, the first book was Black Sun. Oh my god, that was really good. So for the Buzzwordathon, I tried to get this book on here, but it just didn't fit. This book is 336 pages, so there was no way for a book under. I don't think it was published in May, and it's not a YA. So, Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste. I would love to support somebody who not only grew up in Ohio, but Pennsylvania as well, because I also have family. My grandparents and my mom and her sisters were born in Pennsylvania. I lived in Ohio all my life. Moved around all over Ohio, pretty well, not too far. I keep going south. I lived way up north in Lake County and made my way down to Portage County. So that's what I have for you today. But if I do, and I will read this book because I need to, I get to kill whoever I want on here. And I think I'm going to kill this little devil. But it could backfire because whatever's in this guy, I have to do, regardless. So I do have an announcement about June, though. I will not be playing this in June because I am going near the end of June to Disney, and I am wanting to read all of my Disney-themed books, like the Twisted Tales and the Villain series by Serena Valentino. So that is what I'm doing. So if you enjoyed this and you'd like to play along, especially next month or even this month, I would love it if you would. I hope you enjoyed it. I may change it up eventually in the future. I'm just getting used to it now, and I feel like I have it down now. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!